No, Hi, my name is Chris, and I will be recording this speech.
Hello, class. My name is Denise Jones. I'm coming today to inform you on the date of Pearl Harbor and some of the events that took place during this horrible time. It is not just a specific event that took place in history. It is something that changed the lives of a lot of Americans. Many people were drafted and were forced to leave their families behind to fight this war we now recognize as World War II. Thousands of people were killed in this attack, and most were young men who had just joined the forces. This specific attack occurred on the island of Hawaii, which is now the 51st state of the United States of America. The attack was planned weeks in advance, and the Americans knew that something was going to happen, but they didn't know where or when it would occur. The Japanese was responsible for this specific attack on Pearl Harbor. At the time of this attack, we were under the leadership of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. In a brief estimate, there were a number of 1,178 people wounded during this attack. In the midst of the attack, 18 of the United States ships were hit. One of the reasons for this attack is because the Japanese wanted to take over Hawaii. They wanted Hawaii because it had been annexed or made larger, and they wanted the island for themselves. This attack happened early in the morning of December 7, 1941. Most of the American troops were still asleep at the time of the attack, and they were not in the state of combat. In this attack, also 2,335 servicemen were killed, and 68 civilians were killed. It was the next day that the U.S. and Britain declared war on Japan. The Japanese fleet had 30 ships, and the attack lasted until 9:45 that morning. A memorial for Pearl Harbor was dedicated on May 30, 1962. Today we have a lot of veterans that served in this war and remember everything that took place during those times. As an American, I'm grateful to have people which are willing to risk their lives to protect me from harm, even when they don't even know me. In December, when war was declared on Japan, the United States only had one vote that was against the war, which was Representative Jeanette Rankin of Montana, who had also, by the way, voted against the U.S. entry into World War I. The main targets when the Japanese hit the United States was the airfield and battleships, which I guess were hit so they wouldn't have any weapons to defend themselves against the Japanese. The harbor is now artificially improved. Because of the attack, it caused problems in a lot of port feelings for the next 10 years between the U.S. and Japan. When the attack took place afterwards, Franklin D. Roosevelt stated these famous words: December 7, 1941, a date which we would live in infamy, referring to the war. When World War II began, the Japanese suffered some damage, but it was minor compared to what they had done to the United States. We didn't have half of our aircraft and ships due to the destruction by the Japanese when the war first began. We were not ready, and when the war was over, we still ended up with the worst end of the stick. We should never forget to honor our veterans that served in this war and all other wars to bravely defend our country. We as people should be grateful and be the best citizens to make what they stand for not in vain. Thank you.